Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cardinals Sports Complex for CTN's live coverage of boys high school soccer. As the Coon Rapids Cardinals host the Park Center Pirates. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, a Cardinals club that's 0-2, but two very close losses. 1-0 in both of their contests.
Yeah, and that's something that I know they're going to work on here tonight against a pretty good Park Center team that comes in at 2-2. And so they're going to want to try and get on the board. I think they want to try and get on the board early. We'll see how this game develops and unfolds, but we're looking to see if they can get their first win of the season.
Well, and Park Center, too, has been kind of up and down. A couple of shutouts, losses, and one shutout win in their 4 games.
Coach,
so goals could be at a premium.
It could. Coach Seidel, a little bit under the weather. If he's watching, Coach, we hope you feel good, and we hope your squad brings you a victory to make you feel even better.
Park Center with the opening possession. Vang losing it along the sidelines, dogged by Yaya Sidibe. Lost out of bounds. My first soccer contest of the season.
It's good to have you back, Joe. Bill Hupp was here in your stead.
And the big question will be, will the boys perform with us in the booth the way the girls performed without us in the booth this evening?
Yes, I went up to Coach Karen and apologized for not being here. Our cameras were here, but our schedules only allowed us tonight to do our preview show, so we got that in the can, and we came here to do the boys, but we apologize for not being here for the girls. But congrats for a nice win, 4-0 over Park Center.
Yeah, after 3 straight shutout losses, They get a big win, 4-0 over Park Center. Pirates in deep across at the top of the box. Still loose. Good opportunity, a left foot, and just a piece of it for Rising. But Ladagu's shot squeaks in, and Park Center has a very early lead.
Yeah, I know Luke's not happy about that particular goal. Again, it looks like I thought he was going to make a play on it, but he just got a piece of it, couldn't bring it in, and that ball trickled over the line, and Park Center's on the board here early.
Well, I think Kish got just a piece of it as well, not enough to deflect it wide, and then Rising got gloves on it, but it sneaks past just over the line. Cardinals fire it down deep. Stevenson can't control. The Pirates able to turn it back around. Casillas Lopez moving it along, and now Draves up the right sideline for Elijah Hoff. Hoff trying to work back through some traffic, got tripped up there by Suave. That'll bring a whistle. And a free kick for Park Center.
Well, Park Center wants to continue to try and dominate down in the Cardinal end. Get opportunities, as you saw them on that first goal.
Camacho puts a good boot into it, gets it deep into the Cardinal end. The Pirates got numbers down there to attack. Finally broken free and cleared out by Kish, but turned right around by Camacho. And now Casillas Lopez resets the offense with Draves. Pirates doing a good job of controlling and building an attack. This one sneaks through, and Rising will scoop it up and let the danger avert. Boot out near midfield, touched by Vang, but ends up back behind the defense, and Sidibe able to get back there, but then cleared out the end line by Alex Huser, and it's going to be a corner kick coming up for Coon Rapids. The speed of Yaya can definitely be a weapon for the Cardinals on offense.
Yeah, when he gets an opportunity to get behind a defense, it's really tough for an opponent.
Gavin Stevenson will handle the corner kick opportunity. Trying to go to the back post. And it's going to be a corner kick as that one caught the top of the iron. Oh, it may have even hit the football crossbar. Goal kick nonetheless. Yeah, Yaya is a fun player to watch, and, he was such a great compliment to Yukon Harmon last season because the defenses had to pay attention to Harmon. And then Sidibe with his speed and good footwork, they only had one left to mark him typically. And he can beat a lot of defenders one-on-one.
He really can. And, when you lose a goal scorer like Yukon, 23 goals, I believe, last year, yeah, that's something that you're going to have to look to replace. You're not going to replace it with one player. You're going to replace it with a couple of players at least.
Left foot fanned on by Camacho. Another attempt goes wide for Draves, kind of a last-ditch effort, and it'll be a goal kick for Coon Rapids.
Draves limping a little bit. Looked like he took a little contact on that attempt, but he's tough, not coming out.
Well, and another thing, we talked about it in the preview a little bit, this team still very young. All three captains are underclassmen. But a lot of good experience at those younger levels because they've been able to work younger players in the last couple of seasons. Guys like Ben Kish that have played since freshman year. Gavin Stevenson, just a sophomore, but he played
a lot last
pretty
year.
much every minute last year. Luke Rising, the goalkeeper, I think was the goalkeeper his freshman year as well.
Right.
And now as a junior, I know he was the goalkeeper all of last year.
Right.
But I think he played some, if not all, of his freshman season. And you look at that amount of experience and still be this young a squad, and they know that this year could be difficult as they try and find their way, but a team that is set up beautifully for years to come.
Well, we talk about it all the time, Joe. When you can get those younger players to come in and contribute at the varsity level, that's huge for your program. Not only the year that they play, but of course down the road. And you're seeing it here tonight with some of those younger players have contributed now an opportunity to lead here on the varsity.
Stevenson just couldn't get around the corner on Martinez. Ends up over the fence, over near the softball field. Fortunately, a fan over there able to help our ball boy out, and we don't have to see that young man try and scale the fence. Free kick for Park Center from deep in their own end. So we're still very early in this first half. Park Center getting on the board less than 2 minutes in, and here they come again with numbers. Cardinals able to get back, break things up, turned around by Andrew Hyatt.
Yeah, again, good job by the guys in red to come back and make sure they defended against that opportunity for Park Center, which they did.
Vang's pass got Ladagu, the goal scorer, turned around a little bit along the sidelines. Throw in coming for Coon Rapids. Austin Hacker, another one of those young guys, a sophomore now, but got a fair amount of time as a freshman last year. Here comes Sidibe with his speed down the wing. Back kick to get around Huser, but Huser able to recover. Good steal, a little contact, no whistle. You can see as Lopez resets for Park Center. That's off of Stevenson. And Stevenson will be interesting to watch this year as a sophomore captain. Last year as a freshman, he played defense. But he's moved back to attacking mid, which is a more natural position for him. But the big key, and we knew it would be a concern because you had Yukon last year that you just got the ball to Yukon, and he did amazing things.
He did.
Outran entire teams.
The
goal that we
amazing.
saw, I think it was against Anoka, where he ran
the length of the
the
field.
length of the
much.
field.
Yeah.
It ran past their entire team and then scored to the opposite side. One of the most impressive goals I've ever seen. But, without that, in the absence of that, they know they have to build attacks more, and they're going to need more guys to contribute. And as we talked about, they have yet to dent the twine in their first 2 games. But they've played sound defensively. And against teams like Centennial and Andover, that's saying something, that you limited those squads to just 1 goal each.
Well, no, that's huge, and then you just get your offensive part of your game going, and all of a sudden you're going to start winning those 1-0 contests.
So far in this first 10 minutes, Park Center has dominated possession. This shot well wide, and another goal kick coming up for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and they did get that early goal. And it's just, Cardinals need to figure out a way to get the ball down in the Pirates' end and try and put a little pressure on their goaltender.
Rising's pass gets through to Sidibe. He gets it past one, but a good slide tackle by Huser. Cardinals able to get it back to him, but Huser able to steal it right back. Stevenson tried to feed it back into Sidibe.
Pirates defense very active in the middle, about where in front of their own goal. They don't let Coon Rapids get any opportunities to sniff anything out.
Well, and you watch how quickly they collapse when Yaya gets the ball. And that's what that'll be the learning curve for Sidibe this year. Is now he's going to be more of a focus of the defense. He's going to draw those double teams that went to Yukon all of last year.
Right. Well, Coach Barnhorse of Park Center knows that if they can keep Yaya in check and let somebody else beat you, at least not let him get around the defense, they've got a pretty good opportunity tonight.
Stevenson trying to work through traffic along the sidelines, finds a little bit of room, trying to feed it ahead for Sidibe. Another good slide tackle by Huser to deny Yaya the ball. Wamstad, the other defender back there, may have the best sideburns I've ever seen on a high school kid. And he rocks the flow. Don't know if he's a hockey player, but he's got the salad for it.
He definitely does.
And here's Wamstad with it, turning it right around for Martinez. Chips it ahead, bounced away from Ladagu, but he was offside anyhow. No argument there. He was well aware that he was behind the defense. Played into the far corner. Sidibe trying to turn back against Wamstad, but Pirates get the numbers, able to clear. Good pick by Lionel to turn things around for the Cardinals. Derby Bone a little late on the step up. Will get called for the contact. Park Center not wasting time. They just boot it away and get right back on the attack. Left-footed boot by Niekbo doesn't get through. Now he'll cross to the back corner. A header blocked up. Another block as the Cardinals bring numbers over to guard against Johanso Camacho. They've got some great names.
They do have some really good names
on this roster. Johanso Camacho. And, of course, the goal scorer, Ladagu.
Yeah, Cardinals doing a good job defensively and just keeping that ball wide, not letting them get anything into the middle on that last trip down for the Pirates.
Boot stopped up at midfield by the Pirates, but Stevenson able to break through, trying to send it ahead for Sidibe, and there again was Alex Huser. Throw in for the Cardinals from in front of the Pirate bench. Hassan Al-Hisnawi. Give me a couple more tries, I'll get it eventually.
You'll get it.
Al-Hisnawi, a good header right there. But again, good possession by Park Center. Work it back to their defense and just reset things up, working it through the middle. For number 20, who's not on our roster. And Titus Lee down the left side now. Chipping it for Pinos. Pinos plays it back. Number 20, who we don't have on our roster, is shot blocked and out of bounds. And this will be a corner kick for Park Center.
Well, good opportunity here for Park Center. See if they can get something off the corner. We'll see how the Cardinals set up defensively for this.
Low to the short side. It's cleared away by Kish. Stopped up by Martinez. Long shot in. Diving save by Rising as that was headed for the corner.
Yeah, that shot had something on it, and Rising did a really nice job of just moving to his right and getting a glove on it, making sure he brought it in.
Sidibe can't trap it. Casillas Lopez turns it upfield for Park Center. Kish gets it turned around. And again, we see the Pirates stop it up near midfield and reset their offense, make a couple of passes to get back into their offensive game. Disrupted on the far side and played out of bounds. Suave doing a good job of getting in there and keeping them from building that attack. Long shot from 20 and a diving save again by Rising. There he is, number 20. Might have to make up a name for him. What was the name?
The infamous name?
Yeah.
I think I have.
It was a football game. We made up a name for someone who was not on a roster.
Bonifacius.
Bonifacius?
What was the...
That was definitely correct.
I thought I
Xavier
Xavier Bonifacius. Yep.
So is this the reinvention of Xavier Bonifacius?
This is his brother, Eduardo.
Cross to the back post. An opportunity here and a goal for Titus Lee, who was left unmarked all alone at the back post. And Park Center has a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, not too much Luke Rising could do about that one, as he put a little mustard on it. And as you mentioned, all alone on that near side here.
Cardinals collapsed to the middle attacker.
Yep.
Two defenders, and ball came free to Lee, and he had all day to tee it up, have a little snack, and then take the shot.
Make a phone call. Yeah, he had all the time in the world. And now the Cardinals being down 2-0, we talked about a team that just through 2 games having trouble putting the ball in the back of the net. Now you've got your work cut out, down 2-0.
Kish boots this one all the way through, and the goalkeeper says thank you so much. Brandon Perez will punt it along back to the near side. Lee stops it up and leaves it there for Pinos. And Bonifacius will play it back to Huser. I'm not sure if Adam Tronson is watching, but he'll be so happy to know that Xavier Bonifacius has made his return.
He's made an appearance.
One-on-one battle at the back end for the Cardinals. Kish able to stay right step for step with, I think it was Elijah Hoff that was attacking for Park Center. Hoff nearly got him turned around and was in for another great opportunity for the Pirates. Little contact as Yaya came back to try and help out that pass and got knocked off his feet. Got stripped of his slipper at the same time. Siddiby challenges it, took it right off the foot of Wamstead, and it goes in on the keeper, Perez.
Yeah, the Cardinals
relatively harmless, but it was a good challenge by Siddiby.
Well, it's still pretty early, obviously. We're just about halfway through this first half, and Cardinals trailing 2-0. But they would like to get something cooking a little bit. They would like to try and cut this lead in half here.
Well, unofficially,
of course,
I have the Pirates for 7 shots attempted, 3 on goal. No, 4 on goal. I did not. So 8 shots attempted, 4 on goal. I did not put the actual goal on there. And they've got 2 goals. I have Coon Rapids for 0 shots attempted because they just haven't spent any time in the attacking third.
Right.
I mean, Rising's made 2 outstanding diving saves to his right. First one, as we talked about, he got a piece of it and just trickled in off his fingertips. Second one, I mean, he got his hands on Lee's shot, but Lee unloaded a cannon from about 5 feet away, so it's a tough ask for your keeper to stop that one. Bonifacius plays it down into the corner.
I'm just going to laugh every time you say that.
I was just going to ask if you were. It's going to be hard for me to keep a straight face if you do. How am I to not laugh if you do?
This is true. It is infectious.
One cleared away well out of bounds by Al Hasnawi. Got to start with 1, Howie Shapiro.
Yes, you do. You start with 1, and then as long as you hold Park Center here just to the 2 so far.
Long shot in, easy scoop for Luke Rising. High boot near midfield. Bonifacius first to get a header on it. And again, we see the Pirates trying to work through midfield. Nikpo got stripped. Stevenson tried to send it ahead for Siddiby. And that's the other thing. Cardinals have to be able to play better in the midfield and be able to stop the momentum before Park Center gets established in that attacking third. They've done a really nice job of building their attacks and getting numbers down low. And it all starts with how they've played in the midfield. All his now he gets it turned back to the midfield. Sidibe trying to settle it there for a teammate, but back the other way come the Pirates. Kish will tap it out of bounds and let his defense reset. Easy basket catch for Luke Rising, and he's been way too busy early on for his liking, I would assume. Pinos can't work through, gets some help from Bonifacius, and now a big boot by Martinez, turned around by Kish. Wolf plays it ahead out of the reach of Sidibe as it's turned around by Huser. Here's Stevenson leaving it for Wolf on that left sideline. Back into the middle, too tall for Sidibe. Sidibe battling but coming up empty as Pinos comes away with it. Played back in by Hyatt, but right back the other way come the Pirates. Ba able to slow things down for Coon Rapids. And now all Hisnawi steals it away from Lee. That back pass was intercepted and turned around by Elijah Hoff. Hoff finding a little room down the left wing. Hoff, a left footer that goes wide out the far side, and it'll be a goal kick for the Cardinals.
I like the thought going for that far side of the net, but obviously didn't put it what he wanted on it.
But if you're Coon Rapids, you can't let one just dribble through three guys.
Oh, gosh, no.
And get to a good scoring angle like that. They've got to be able to slow him down a little more.
Yep. And if they had somebody there on that far side, somebody in Park Center, it would have been a great opportunity for a goal for them.
Lee intercepts the goal kick attempt. Lee trying to work his way through a little bit of Coon Rapids traffic. That pass ends up out of bounds. And the Pirates continue to possess in the Coon Rapids end. Played back to Lee. Titus Lee had the second goal of the game for the Pirates. Across for Martinez. Ahead into the corner. Intercepted by Kish and turned around. Wolf, one touch, taken right back by Martinez. But now down that right side comes Nikpo. Nikpo cuts back, tries to cross at the top. Was knocked down by Ladagu, who had the first goal. And this, we'll see where they call this. It was right at the top of the box. And they are going to put it just outside the 18, so not a penalty kick. But Ladagu knocked off the ball. There you see it. It's the right call, just outside. And Ba got a little hip into him. You should see if Ba can skate. That's a good hip check. Dangerous, dangerous spot here, and it's going to be taken by Johanso Camacho. A lot of whites at the back post. He'll go direct to the short post. Not sure if Kish got a piece of that or if it went off the post.
I thought he got a piece of it.
Ends up out the far side, and it'll be a Coon Rapids throw-in.
Let's take a look again and see if we can see that. Yeah, I think he did get a piece of it.
Again, Cardinals not even able to make it to midfield. Stolen away by Martinez. Played across to the near side. Overrun a little bit there by Pinos, but Pinos able to recover, and he's on the attack. Quick turnaround in the middle by Draves. Draves was tied up with Hyatt. Hyatt hit the turf. The whistle sounds, and the Cardinals get a free kick.
Cardinals just can't get any possession down in the Pirate end.
Bone knocked off the ball. A good, long, strong shot from Connor Draves, stopped up by Luke Rising, and you can see the frustration on his face. He'd like to watch the game a little bit happening at the other end.
Absolutely would. And that's one of the things the Cardinals are trying to figure out, how they can let him watch down there at the other end.
Lee will play it back for Wamstad. Into the middle for Bonifacius. His pass taken away far side by Wolf. Into the middle, trying to feel Joel Caprono, who is in, giving Sidibe a bit of a breather. Long boot. Caprono will challenge, but Huser will play it back to the keeper, who just one touches it back to the near side for Titus Lee. Down to the final 10 minutes of this opening half. Park Center, a 2-0 lead on the scoreboard, and an even more significant advantage in time of possession.
Yeah, well, yeah, considerable difference. And it's obviously shown so far on the scoreboard with a 2-0 lead for the Pirates.
Bowen into the corner. Wamstad just clears it out. Stevenson trying to control in the corner. A couple of Pirate defenders in to dissuade him, and Titus Lee able to pry it free and get it up the side, and now running it with it is Draves. Draves trying to cut back. His pass behind Ledagu. He comes back for it. Had it knocked off his foot there and eventually cleared out on the far side. Coon Rapids throw it. And again, the Pirates just challenging every ball in the midfield and forcing turnovers. And we've seen them connecting quite a few passes. Ledagu dancing along the sidelines, working it back. And now ahead for Draves, trying to get it into the middle where Camacho was well marked.
Yeah, Camacho tried to get a shot off, but there were 3 defenders around him.
Stevenson all the way back to help out, comes free with it. Feeds down that sideline. Cross pass is well behind Caprono, and Pirates quickly turn it back around.
Yeah, again, they looked like they had an opportunity on a rush. But again, good job by Park Center to get back on defense, disrupt what the Cardinals wanted to do, and turn the ball over and get an opportunity to bring it back up the field.
I think Brandon Perez is doing calculus homework.
He just wrote a book report.
He has not been very busy. Wamstad looking over his shoulder, sees the pressure coming from Stevenson, just taps it out of danger.
Yeah, smart play, lets his teammates get back on the defense.
Stevenson stripped of the ball by Martinez. And now Camacho long ahead, trying to get it to Ladagu. That's intercepted by Kish. Brings it back across midfield. Plays it into the middle. Here's an opportunity, a shot, and that is blocked by the defender. Still loose out front. And Perez finally able to fall on top of it.
Yeah, great job by the defender to get a piece of that, because it looked like the Cardinals were going to get a clean shot on net. Great job of getting your foot in the path of the ball.
Brian Lopez Zambrano down there mixing things up. Had what to this point is the best opportunity for the Cardinals. And again, good speed for Park Center. Camacho turning, working it back. That's intercepted by Stevenson. Stevenson pressuring. Had Caprono with him, but lots of white jerseys coming. Stevenson trying to get around the corner and gets a shot on, and a relatively easy save for Perez.
Yeah, again, he had that make the decision. Was he going to pass in front of the net, or was he going to take the shot? He took the shot, but as you mentioned, pretty easy for Perez to make the save.
Perez, just a freshman, getting the start between the pipes for the Pirates. Lopez's throw a little too high for Caprono, and he was well marked. Pirates clear it out just in front of the flag, so a throw in from deep in the Pirate end. Long throw it in the middle, only white jerseys are there. Camacho comes away with it. He's got speed and apparently a lot of endurance, because he's been all over the field and around the ball a whole lot for the Pirates in this first half. Trying to feed Lee. He was well marked. Kish takes it away for the Cardinals. Ahead for Stevenson. His pass. A little off target. The Pirates get it turned back around. Stepping in was Hevern. Long boot to the corner. Sidibe trying to get there in front of Huser, but Huser able to get there and knock it away out of bounds in front of him. He is so fast.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he makes it look so effortless.
And you know why he's my favorite?
Because he's not the tallest guy on the field.
He's about the only guy, about the only high school athlete I see eye to eye with. And he's got a phenomenal name.
Yes, he does. Now you see the time. We're approaching the 3-minute mark of the first half. Park Center up 2-0. Cardinals would love to be able to get on the board before the end of the break. Before the break, I should say.
Well, if they're not on the board by the beginning of the break, they will not be on the board at the end of the break.
That's what I meant. before the halftime whistle.
Stevenson, a boot from a ways out, and that goes wide. And a goal kick upcoming. Well, at least in the last couple of minutes, they've had a few more looks in that attacking
Well, that's what
third.
they need.
Nothing that's been terribly dangerous, but again, they've been outpossessed so dramatically in this first half.
Well, yeah,
that anything to take to the locker room is something.
Yeah, just try and put some pressure on Park Center. And that's what they want to do, because sometimes when you put enough pressure on, something good will happen.
Throwing on the far side, goes back to Stevenson. Tried to feed it back to Lopez. It got blocked. Stevenson continues to battle, comes away with it, finds a little bit of room. He'll take a shot from a ways out, and Lopez will go to a knee to scoop it up. Perez, rather.
Perez. Right.
Hacker able to step up and stop momentum. They play it all the way back to Perez. And now Huser on the left side with some room, plays it for Pinos. Into the middle, dancing with it is Casillas Lopez. Back to Huser. Pinos gets it ahead. Moved back by Martinez. Back ahead, that's stopped up by Figueroa. Cardinals try to reverse field, and Pirates able to get a steal. Stevenson steals it right back. He's trying to cross, finds Sideby at the top, and couldn't quite handle that pass. Ba collided with Camacho. Camacho went down, and Camacho ends up with the penalty. Free kick for the Cardinals. Under 30 seconds remaining. Kish takes a glance at the clock, waits for the whistle. Puts a boot in it. It's off ahead, up and out of play. It would be a corner kick, but there's not going to be time. We're going to hear the sound of the buzzer, and we are going to see the guys go to the locker room. Park Center gets a goal in the second minute from Simon Ladagu, and one in the 18th minute from Titus Lee. They take a 2-0 lead to the half. You're watching live boys high school soccer on CTN.
As you know, CTN's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
Back at the Cardinals Stadium, just underway in the second half. Park Center a 2-0 lead over Coon Rapids, and the Cardinals on the opening possession trying to build something into the offensive third, something they weren't really able to do much of in that first 40 minutes.
Well, I think during the break they, said we need to generate some offense, and we need to do it off this first opportunity.
Stevenson cross in deep, but Cardinals can't get a touch on it. I think that was Jackson Young in deep trying to get a header on it. Pirates have shown they are dangerous and they can build an attack. And, for Coon Rapids, the key is going to be to try and get it into the Pirates' defending third first, and then keep them there as much as possible. The Pirates did such a great job of stopping up any Cardinal momentum in midfield, and then 3 passes later, they were right back on the attack.
Yeah, they really did. Obviously, there's plenty of time. The second half just started, and you've got plenty of time to score at least a couple of goals, but I think you need to get one early.
Pirates being patient. Nikpo Crossing it back out front. A lot of white jerseys in there. Stevenson back to help out. Broke up the shot attempt from Casillas Lopez. Casillas Lopez digs it free, takes his shot. Rising is there for the save.
Casillas Lopez just getting that opportunity to get the strike on the ball, and relatively easy save for Rising, although it came through quickly through a crowd.
Maybe they let Luke talk at halftime and say, hey guys, I'm tired.
I got a math assignment I got to finish. Keep the action down at the other end for at least a half an hour.
Turning with it is Hyatt, playing it back and out forward, and here's Yaya. Sidibe trying to use that speed to get around the corner. A little bump off the ball, no whistle. Huser can't clear. Stevenson steps, shoots. Not a ton on it. Perez a pretty easy save. Hyatt couldn't get that one turned around. Ends up out the near side. A Pirate throw in. Between the benches will be handled by Nikpo. Kish taps that one away out of bounds. Off ahead and out the end line. It'll be a corner kick coming up for the Pirates. Just one corner on each side in that first half. Johanso Camacho will handle the responsibility. Through traffic and back out the end line off a Cardinal. Another opportunity on the corner.
Yeah, it looked like they had a pretty good corner opportunity there, but a bunch of red jerseys able to knock it out of harm's way.
Again, they go short post, try to get a redirect. There's his shot that's blocked by the Cardinals.
That was a huge defensive play by Coon Rapids, because that very well could have been a goal.
Hyatt tied up there with Angel Martinez, who hit the turf, draws the whistle, and it's a good redirect attempt from Casillas Lopez. Oh, it's Casillas Lopez that hit the turf. But this is a dangerous spot for Camacho. His free kick. Martinez behind the ball with him. Martinez runs through. Camacho. Little one-touch pass. Backdoor tapped in by Ladagu. That was a beautiful set play.
It
there
really
were
was.
4 touches. And Ladagu redirects for his second goal of the game.
Well, it all starts off that kick, and then again, nobody there, and then just the redirect as that ball is coming past a number of
Camacho
Cardinals.
Touched it initially. Casillas Lopez redirected it to Martinez on the overlap, who played it across out front, and Ladagu just touched it in. That was a very well-designed set play, and now the Pirates a commanding 3-goal lead. And Coon Rapids, a team that has yet to score this season, finds themselves in a big hole.
Yeah, now it's really an upward climb for them.
And we talk about it a lot. You can't get 3 at once. And for Coon Rapids, they have to put their focus on, let's just get 1. I mean, they still need their first of the season after shutout losses to Centennial and Andover. So let's go out and get 1. Let's start there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And again, it's not just the scoring, but the possession and the opportunities have dramatically favored Park Center throughout this contest. Christian Wamstad talked about it. I'm digging that kid's style. The long hair, the huge sideburns.
Yep.
And he's just a junior.
He's a good-sized young man.
There's a look at the sideburns and there's a shot in close and a diving save by Perez.
Yeah, good opportunity for the Cardinals there, but not a lot on it. And Perez able to make sure he brought it in.
Yeah, but they at least sprung Lopez to that back post and they got it to him. Lopez, who didn't play a ton in that first half, did get an opportunity. One of the better opportunities for Coon Rapids in that first half. Definitely that, I think, right there was the best opportunity they've had all game. Down the right side, a lot of room for Niekbo. Stops up, crosses to the top, and that's cleared away. Settled, but then stolen away by Lopez. Martinez. One touch to Ladagu. Back to the near side for Niekbo. Niekbo squeaks between a couple, gets it to Ladagu. Ladagu tried to touch it over. That one into the middle, headed by Stevenson. Back post. Kish may have just saved a goal right there as he stripped it off the foot of Connor Draves.
Kish did a really nice job of coming across the goal mouth and getting the piece of that ball. You're going to see him right there and just make sure he got in the way, because that was a great opportunity.
It's another corner kick though for Park Center. The third already here in this second half. Out front, bouncing around, and a goal as it's poked home by Alex Huser.
Again, you get enough congestion in front of the net, and Park Center's a good team. They can score goals, and you saw it there. They get another one behind Rising, and all of a sudden now it's 4-0 in favor of the Pirates. And Cardinals, if you thought the hole was deep, it's deeper now. Again, just you get enough bodies in there and you make them pay.
Yeah, Huser got the initial head on it. I'm not sure if it went off of Wadagu and right back to him, or off a defender. But either way, it was right back to Alex Huser, and he just puts it in easily with the left foot. And the Pirates are up 4-0. Again, maybe the announcers should have stayed away for this. It works for the girls' team.
You know what? There's some merit to that, Joe Yunt. There is some truth.
You know, we talk often about the CTN curse. Perhaps it's not so much the CTN curse as the Joe and Howie curse.
Although the football team lost and we were not there, so
that's
we'll
true.
see what happens on Friday night.
Were there.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on Friday night, and that'll be the determining factor.
Well, so far, if nothing else, they are keeping fans on the edge of their seats.
Yes.
A couple of very exciting contests that come from behind win in week one, and then come from behind force overtime only to lose in the extra.
Yeah,
set it down.
And a tough way to lose. You miss an extra point, and so those are things that you just have to put behind you and go on to the next game.
But as we talked about on Sports Night, which everyone should watch, by the way.
Well, yeah, especially the one we did this evening.
Definitely
it's an award winner.
Oh, another opportunity, and Rising came out to challenge, and right there was Isaac Niekbo. Niekbo was offside. But as we talked about on that award-winning edition of Sports Night, the preview show, is upcoming for that Cardinal football team. The next 4 weeks are their 4 divisional games, and they cannot find themselves in holes and have to come from behind.
No, and they've got, like you said, they've got 4 really good opponents that await them.
Well, Buffalo, I would say probably the weakest of those 4. It's not to say they're not a formidable opponent, but Right behind them is Elk River, and then you go to Anoka, and then you have to go to Rogers. And I think Anoka, Rogers, Elk River, having them anywhere on your schedule is tough enough, but having them right in a row, especially with back-to-back road games against Andover and Rogers, that's rough.
Buffalo's only played one game so far.
Right, as most have.
Yeah, and they won.
Coon Rapids got played week 0,
Yep.
so they will have a week off in the middle of the season,
Yep.
which is kind of a
weird thing
that
Yep.
we've only seen. We saw last year for the first time in 25 years. But it can be a great thing. It can be a bad thing. It all depends kind of on what the trend of your season is
Right.
at the time that your week off comes, right?
Well, Buffalo beat Monticello 22-20. They're a passing team. At least they were in that opening game. They threw for 3 touchdowns, passed for over 200 yards, ran for less than 100. So if you got an opportunity on defense to watch that game plan, see what you can do if you're Coon Rapids and shutting them down. And we know Coon Rapids can score.
Yeah, and we'll see if it'll be interesting to see if Jackson Hetwer gets the start.
He will be. He's going to be. I saw Jacob Maddock before the game here, and he says he doesn't think he's going to play.
Okay.
But he'll be back for Elk River.
Okay. Yeah, nicked up a little bit in that game last week up in St. Francis. Came out in the second
I think it was a thigh
quarter,
contusion.
And Hetwer did well in his absence. I mean, threw for 3 touchdowns.
Hetwer was very impressive. And, so they're in good hands either with Maddock or with Hetwer. But Maddock obviously would love to be able to play this week, and we'll see. Things could change, but we're just a few days away from the kickoff right back here at the complex.
But we've got some other kind of football to talk about here for the next 27-plus minutes.
We do.
And Coon Rapids needs to see if this football squad can mount a dramatic comeback. And as we talked about, just start with one.
Yeah.
Soft touch passes aren't working. I mean, that's the key. They haven't been able to string together passes the way the Park Center has. Their long passes seem to bounce away. Their short passes don't have the touch on them that they need. Ladagu thinks Hyatt took a little bit of a dive.
I don't think he did. I think he was pushed.
Well, I have yet to see a penalty called in any sport, really. Where
it wasn't me.
No, that was
about?
Me. I got him.
You're right.
I got him.
You're right. I pushed him. I'm playing too rough.
I guess I can't say it quite like that. There are sometimes you go, yep, that was me. I'm sorry. But very rarely. You have to plead your case to the powers that be. Johanso Camacho getting a rare break. He's been the Energizer Bunny out there for Park Center through the first nearly 60 minutes of play. Lee into the middle. Bonifacius plays it to the far side. You've got to stop.
I can't help it.
That's what you get when you don't have somebody on the roster.
That's
he
right.
gets a lot of playing time.
We're going to make up a name.
A lot of touches. He becomes Xavier Bonifacius reincarnated. Working it back is Casillas Lopez. Bonifacius to the far side. Pass into the middle. An opportunity, and that one is just going to go wide off the knee of Elijah Hoff.
Yeah, he just couldn't direct it into the back of the net. That was a good opportunity, though. He got behind the defense, but again, just couldn't complete it. And teammate puts his hands out, covers his face. Oh, that looked like that was going to be goal number 5 of the evening for the Pirates.
Rising puts a big boot to it. Turned further upfield by Suave. You know, I just now noticed that the Cardinals roster is in numerical order except for Anthony Suave, number 9, is a
9.
Comes before number 7, Gavin Stevenson. Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
We did break that out. Bill Hupp and I broke that out.
Did he understand the reference?
Well, he did understand the reference. Yes,
Or did
absolutely.
you have to
No.
sit him down and explain to the young man?
Yeah, youngster. These were the Beatles. They were really popular.
They were a popular band.
Popular
They had
band.
They had this album called the White Album.
They had a drummer called Ringo.
It had 30 songs on it, and one of them they repeated
Revolution,
number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
That is off the White Album.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, no, it is.
For sure.
Great album.
And why is it number 9? I don't know.
Because it's one more than 8.
Another corner kick opportunity. Set plays have looked good in this second half for the Pirates. This one up, over, and out of play off the foot of Isaac Niekpo. Both of their goals here in the second half have come off set plays. One off a free kick and one off a corner. Cardinals with another goal kick. Luke Rising's right leg getting a lot of work. Hyatt challenged from behind. Will play it back for Kish. Long boot ahead. Caprano just can't get to it. And again, we see the Pirates doing such a nice job of controlling and connecting passes to build things through the midfield. Finding open territory. Look at how much room there is for Hoff as he plays it back. Bonifacius trying to cross it inside for Niekpo. Niekpo got a hand on it.
Yep. Can't do that.
Nope. Easy to smile about mistakes like that when you're up 4-0.
Yes, it is.
Siddiby challenged well by Angel Martinez. Martinez able to win it and then bumped off it there by Jackson Young. Bonifacius able to bump Siddiby off of it. And then able to get the steal away from Caprano. There's Gavin Stevenson for Coon Rapids. Works it back to Hyatt. Knocked away by Casillas Lopez. He breaks free, gets a little bit of room into Coon Rapids territory. Sidesteps another defender. That was Derby Bone that he left in his wake. Leaves it back for Bonifacius. He tried to feed it over for Hoff. That was intercepted. Hoff recovers for the Pirates. One touch pass to the left side for Draves. A shot and the save by Luke Rising.
Yeah, again, Rising just pretty much had to get his gloves in front of that ball.
Mr. Bad Moon Rising. Or Mr. Mojo Rising. Not sure.
Depends on the day.
He'll be watching this way if he decides to watch it. What? Bad Moon Rising. Mojo
Google it.
Rising. What?
Google it.
Right.
Ask Suri. No, Suri will tell you.
Here's an opportunity, maybe the best of the night for the Cardinals. A shot and a goal! Yaya Sidibe finally breaks through behind the defense and gets the first of the season for the Cardinals.
Yeah, again, you use that speed, and he does such a nice job with that, and then gets in that far corner. Nice goal by Yaya. He's just able to clear some space for himself and finds that far corner.
Suave it kind of got away from Yaya a little bit. Suave just taps it back to him, and you've got to have your speed game on if you're going to keep up with him.
You do.
All right, now you can worry about number 2.
Yeah, now obviously you have to get them one at a time. You can't get a goal and have it count as 2.
There are no three-pointers in football.
And still a little less than 20 minutes remaining.
And you see the field captain, Josano Camacho, back on the field for Park Center. And there they come, attacking 3 abreast once more. The pass a little too far ahead of Titus Lee. Ends up out of play and a goal kick upcoming. Yeah, tried to duck around the corner there on Wamstad, but lost it out of bounds. Wamstad's going to watch the game, and he's going to hear us talking about his sideburns. He's going to say, thank you. Thank you very much.
For my next number.
I don't get it.
I did watch the Elvis movie. I don't know if you saw it.
I have not.
And it was actually pretty good. I was entertained.
I
he did a nice job as Elvis.
Well, and Tom Hanks is Colonel Tom Parker.
Yep, which, they did a really nice job. I don't know if Tom Hanks gained weight for that role or if they put him in a fat suit, but he's a phenomenal actor, and he made that role his own.
Well, and I was surprised when the movie first came out and the commercials were on, and my son was like, I'd go see that. I said, really? I would love to go see that with you.
Let me finish my peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Fried peanut butter and banana sandwich?
We'll go see it.
Yes, I would be very happy. Would it be okay if I came down there and sang for you? Have not gone to a movie in the theater in.
Nor have I.
Long time. Since before COVID.
Yep, me as well.
And not necessarily because of COVID, but I mean that kind of got me out of it. It's just timing and things. I really should have gone to see Maverick before it finished its run. I think it's still showing in some theaters.
Yeah, I should have seen it as well. I have not seen that one yet either. But
Nikpo was offside again. Yeah, Thor: Love and Thunder. I probably wanted to see in the theater too.
That's coming out actually tomorrow.
They're the sideburns. Those are sweet.
Yeah, they are good.
I'm a fan.
I did see the previews to Thor: Love and Thunder. It looks interesting. I'm a big Thor fan.
We've seen a lot of the most of the Marvel movies in the theater. Those in the Star Wars films.
Star Wars has a new series coming. I think it's Rogue 2. It's coming out, I believe.
I have not been a huge fan of the. I'm a big fan of the movies.
Yeah.
Most of their series have been meh.
Meh.
My son now, he's a Star Wars junkie. He's watched all the shows, all the series, all the cartoons, and will explain to you how they all interweave to, and why why the movie is actually missed a lot because of certain storylines that only exist in other things. This pass gets through, an opportunity and a goal in close for Camacho.
Again, they just do such a good job of working that ball to the front of the net.
When I thought of any of them, I thought that one was offside.
Yeah.
I'm not down there on the line.
Yeah,
there's no way.
No, he's not.
Definitely.
He's definitely offside.
He's 3 steps behind the defense.
Yeah.
But the whistle didn't blow, the flag didn't go up, so technically he was not offside.
That makes it 5-1 now in favor of Park Center. I'm not sure if you're a Game of Thrones fan.
Have not seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
Do not,
so we just started watching.
Do not have HBO.
House of Dragons, which is phenomenal.
Which is the prequel.
It happened before Game of Thrones.
Correct.
It takes place before Game of Thrones.
Cross to the top of the box, knocked back into the middle, a shot and a big save by Perez.
Wow. I thought that was a goal.
That was a beautifully set up opportunity for Peter Figueroa. Put a good left boot onto it. No, it was, yeah, they came through and put the boot on it. But Perez makes a diving save. That's certainly his best save of the game. And despite the other one having gotten by him, that's the best built attack for the Cardinals in the game. Bonifacius a shot right into the midsection of Luke Rising.
Yeah, Xavier's been active. He's certainly been active. He's doing a good job.
What would be the point of having a guy on the field, not on the roster, that didn't play a major role?
Exactly.
I mean, and if we were going to dub him as Xavier Bonifacius Part 2.
Part 2.
That
has to be a Part 2.
He had to get a lot of touches. The question from director Joel Sipper, if there were another guy not on the roster, what would the name be? We need Adam Tronsa. Yeah, working out a little bit of a cramp, it looks like. So he got tripped up just outside the box.
Yeah, he's going to have to come out.
Trainer Jeremy Shepard with...
Trainer extraordinaire, Jeremy Shepard.
Out to check on him, and it looks like he's back to a relatively normal gait.
Yeah. Get some fluids, some pickle juice. Maybe that's what's in there is pickle juice.
I highly doubt it.
I don't know.
But maybe it should be. Lopez will handle the free kick from just outside the 18-yard box. 4-man wall. He blows it right past him out of bounds. Corner kick upcoming. Or goal kick.
Goal kick, right.
One of the two.
50-50 shot.
It's not a field goal.
No, it's definitely not a field goal.
Kish able to bump that one out of bounds as he bumps Silman to the turf. Nathaniel Amundsen in as well as Park Center with the 5-1 lead, able to go a little deeper on their bench. Working it down the near side for Ty Delish into the middle, broken up by Kitch. Caprono. Troubled by Casillas Lopez. And then it was cleared away by Shinobi Vang. That's an awesome name that we
haven't said much.
Haven't had a chance to talk much about.
But
Shinobi Vang.
I do like it.
Pirates fire it back to the near side. Long run for Delish to try and get around the corner. It's out the end line, and it'll be another corner kick for Park Center. As we talked about, they've converted on a couple of set plays in this second half. And it almost always starts with Johanso Camacho. Camacho from the near corner this time. That one headed out, stopped up, shot is blocked. Hyatt can't get it all the way out, still bouncing around in dangerous territory. Couple more blocks from Derby Bone. Controlled far side and now fed back out front, but that's intercepted. Cleared up the far sideline, and there's Shinobi Vang and Wamstead.
The Cardinals running out of time here. We're approaching the 10-minute mark, and obviously still down by 4.
In the middle is Silman. That one's going to trickle in on Rising and not even going to bother picking it up. Just sweeps it to the near side for Bone. Able to pivot, turn upfield, and put a good boot on it. Lopez can't get around Vang, who clears it out of trouble. Stevenson from a long ways out to the back post, redirected and just going wide. And it'll be a goal kick upcoming.
Yeah, another good chance for Coon Rapids to get their second goal of the night.
Figueroa was there, just not able to get quite the angle he wanted. Just, you saw keeper Brandon Perez just not a chance. Foul near midfield as Derby Bone climbed the back of Silman. And you can't do that.
No.
It is frowned upon by officials near and far.
Yeah, they'll call it every time.
Camacho boots it right into the middle. Cardinals get the first touch and the second, get it right back out near midfield. Camacho there to intercept. What a play. He put it right between the legs of Suave and turned right around him. Camacho's been impressive. As I said, he's been kind of the field general for this team. Just about everything has gone through him. He's been out there almost the entirety of the contest, but watch this move right between the legs on Suave and spins around him. I mean, he didn't gain any valuable territory or anything.
It was pretty.
But yeah, he's had a really nice game. He got the last goal. He's got at least one assist on the corner kick goal by Huser. And, of course, started the free kick goal that was finished off by Ladagu. Ladagu with a pair of goals tonight for Park Center. Cardinals trying to work it down that right sideline. Trying to feed it back into Yaya, who's back on the field. And that's good to see.
Absolutely. I mean, just get that, just had a little bit of the cramps, got a little bit of a rest and got hydrated. Back out
some pickle
on the
juice.
Pitch. Drank some pickle juice. He's right back on the pitch. Pitch and pickle juice.
You know, Coach Don Bright's a big fan of the peanut butter and pickle sandwich.
Yep. Apparently they had dill pickle pizza at the fair. I don't know if you tried some.
I did not. I did not. I did see someone had tried it and said it was
good.
Very
I think it was
good.
JT. Well, Joel, our director, says it was worth the wait. He waited 14 hours in line for a cold piece of pickle pizza. But yeah, it was worth it.
I don't know that. You know, the fair has become such a. I've got to have certain things.
Right. I'm always
and
having
by the time I have all of my fair favorites, there's so little room left in my stomach and my wallet.
Yeah, well, wallet for sure.
to sustain new foods. This year, we did try a couple of new things. We had alligator on a stick.
Did you have the carp on a spike?
No.
Oh, that was good.
Alligator on a stick, which my son, Aaron, was the one that I want to try alligator. Really? You don't try anything?
So he did, though.
And then he's like, yeah, it's all right.
Tastes like chicken.
He won't even try bratwurst, and it essentially was nothing more than a bratwurst.
Love bratwurst.
Which apparently it was made. They say it was alligator. If you say so. To me, it was.
It was a bratwurst.
It was a bratwurst. It could have been pork for all I know. But what else did we try that was?
It's some kind of some kind of dog.
The tater dog.
Tater
That's
dog.
what
That's
it
it.
was.
Yeah.
Tater dog was new. Oh, and a prime rib taco.
I bet that was excellent.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't worth the $25, but.
Not much is when it comes to a $25 taco.
Right.
Better be awfully good. It was like that video we were watching earlier today with the giant taco. Maybe that's $25.
I will be honest, though. I did not. I was going to have a Pronto Pup for the first time in like 5 years. And instead I had the tater dog. And it's basically the same kind of idea, except that it's instead of a corn meal or a wheat coating, it's coated in tater tots.
I bet that was awfully good. I'm a big fan of the tot.
It was, but more impressive was actually the actual. It was an actual, real, like beef hot dog inside.
I like it.
So there was more substance to it.
How much was that?
I have no idea.
$30.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's about the extent of our new things. But you got to have cheese curds.
Yep.
I
always get the French fries. I always have to have French fries.
Yep. Always have to have the French fresh fries. Have to have fresh French fries. Got to have some cheese curds.
I like vanilla milkshake too.
We went to the dairy barn and had milkshakes.
Yeah. What kind did you get?
I had the chocolate.
Okay. And your son?
Aaron had vanilla. Charlotte had chocolate and caramel.
I'm more of in line with Aaron.
Another shot in, Rising able to make the save. Had my Scotch egg.
I've never had a Scotch egg.
It's a fair must for me, but I'm there early in the morning when I go to the fair.
Was your breakfast.
So that's my breakfast every year at the fair. And if you've never had a Scotch egg, I highly recommend them.
I'll have to try one once.
It's a hard-boiled egg wrapped in sausage, and then deep fried.
In Scotch.
And then served with horseradish.
I bet that's wonderful.
It's
I
fantastic.
bet that's wonderful. I'd love to try it.
Fantastic. So, but yeah, I mean, the state fair has just gotten so crowded and so expensive that some fair favorites have just gone the way of the dodo because it's like the Pronto Pup. It's the only place you can get a Pronto Pup.
Right.
But when it's $5 for 5 bites, that just seems
$1 a bite.
It seems too much.
Yeah. Well, how much is a Scotch egg?
I
you don't remember that one either.
I don't know because that's how
Did Charlotte go get that for you? You were working. You were working at the fair.
Yes, that's exactly right. Yep. That's exactly right. And that's probably the best way is I just give my money to her
Let her
and
go
she
get it?
buys stuff then and just don't tell me how much it is because I'll be like, "What?" But I'm sure that the Scotch egg was probably $8 to $10 because it's the fair. But it was delicious.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
So, but then after you eat a ton of French fries and cheese curds, and you have one tater dog and some steak bites, and then you have a little bit of alligator on a stick. By that time, it's nap time.
Did you have
no
your
room left?
Did you have your fair share of Coca-Cola? Because I know you're a Coke drinker.
I did not. No, I'm not gonna.
No.
No.
Paid $12 for a Coke.
No, it's just I had my milkshake, and I may have had 1 or 2 adult beverages. And that was about it.
Did you have any beep?
But that, as they say, is going to do it. We got way off track here in the second half, but it has to do with a 5-1 score on the board. Park Center, really an impressive win for the Pirates. They did a great job of controlling the ball, keeping Coon Rapids from establishing any presence in the offensive third of the field. And they just, in the set plays, I am nowhere near a soccer expert, but I would say that off the free kick, that Legasu's second goal, the third goal, the first goal of that second half, off the free kick, one of the prettiest set plays I've ever seen.
Yeah, very beautiful.
4 touches off a free kick that was just outside the 18-yard box, and when you set it up that nicely and execute it that well, it's nearly impossible to defend. And for Coon Rapids, the bright spot is they did get on the board. They did.
And so they're still looking for that first win of the season. Not the way they wanted this one to turn out, but they'll regroup and continue to fight.
And we will regroup and be back right here on Friday night for football under the lights. But before that, Howie.
I will be there.
We'll be there on Thursday over at the Pivot Courts as the Cardinal tennis team welcomes the Anoka Tornadoes. We'll be back here for Friday Night Lights against the Buffalo Bison. And then next week, our first chance to see the volleyball squad in action. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Park Center 5, Coon Rapids 1. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young. Say goodnight.